Lamar Jackson threw for 252 yards and 2 touchdowns as the Ravens beat the Niners 33-19 to move to an NFL best 12-3. Meanwhile, Brock Purdy threw 4 interceptions, left the game in the fourth quarter with a stinger following a sack as San Francisco falls to 11-4. The Eagles held off the Giants 33-25. Jalen Hurts threw for a touchdown and ran for another as the Eagles moved to 11-4. The Giants replaced Tommy DeVito with Tyrod Taylor at halftime. Taylor threw for 133 yards and a touchdown before being picked off on the final play by Keely Ringo to steal the win for Philadelphia. And the Raiders stunned the Chiefs 20-14. Raiders D lineman Bilal Nichols returned a fumble for a touchdown. Then 7 seconds later, Patrick Mahomes threw a pick six to Jack Jones, and Las Vegas held on to move to 7-8. Kansas City falls to 9-6. This has been NFL Network Now on the Westwood One Radio Network.
Paid actor portrayal.
I didn't see it coming. Life can be so unpredictable. After losing my dad, it made me think about my family if something were to happen to me. The mortgage, car payments, and all the other bills. Even things like our annual summer vacation would be out of reach. I had heard about life insurance through Ethos and how easy it was to get coverage. They were right. I knew it was time to stop putting it off and get life insurance right now. I got on my computer and went to ethoslife.com. In just 10 minutes, I was covered. And boom, family protected. Thanks to Ethos, my family won't have to worry about the bills if the unpredictable happens to me.
Ethos, fast and easy online term life insurance. Up to $2 million in coverage with no medical exam. Some policies as low as $1 a day. Answer a few health questions and get your free quote at getethos.com. That's GETETHOS.com.
Well, we are the Imperial Valley's AM 1230 KXOL Central California. It's a Tuesday. Gene, it feels like a Monday to me. How about you?
A Monday or a Tuesday or a Wednesday.
It's a Tuesday, 26th day of December 2023. It is Boxing Day. We don't mean the pugilistic type. No. We mean, it's the day, it's a British holiday that is celebrated in Canada as well. Yep. And that's where you give, the doorman, the grocery bagger, you give them a tip.
Yep.
Okay. And to our Canadian friends, they can also give their favorite disc jockey a tip.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or even a second tip. Hey, I'll take another one of those.
Yeah.
Hey.
Yeah. Okay. And did we have a nice Christmas?
We did have a nice Christmas. And did you have a good one?
Very nice, very quiet, and just enjoyed. Talked to the kids, FaceTimed with the kids, talked to some of my family in Michigan, and, that's the long distance home for the holiday.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
You had somebody in the background singing all the Christmas carols?
Oh, yes.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, Pam was whistling most of them.
That's not a bad thing. That's good.
Yes. It's something she learned from her mother. So.
Is that right?
It's a family joke. So.
Does Pam whistle?
No.
There's lots of people
No, she cannot whistle at all. So.
Some people can and some can't. I don't know why.
I don't know.
They don't know why either.
I don't know either. Anyway, and did Valor have a good Christmas?
Valor had a really good Christmas at that age. That's a good age.
It's a good age. So
he won't. It won't be around much longer, as we all know. So
well, enjoy while you can.
Yep.
Are you ready for birthdays today?
Yes.
Okay, you're sure?
Well, I'm positive.
Okay. Singer Duke Fakir of the Four Tops, 88. America's Most Wanted host John Walsh, 78. Bob Carpenter of the Nitty Gritty Dirt Band, 77. Drummer Lars Ulrich of Metallica, your favorite band, is 60. Actor-singer Jared Leto is 52. Actor Beth Bears is 38. Actor Kit Harington is 37. Actor Eden Scher is 32. Local birthdays. Are you ready for a local birthday?
Coming up, huh?
Okay. We have happy birthday wishes going out today to Becky Lou Lopez, William Calderon, Jesus Chavez, Lanchu Lee, Margarita Burgos, Natty Bell, Lori Wiseman, Robert Waite, Cruz Arredondo, Doro Gonzalez, Eddie Haynes, Erica Elias, Hope Muckle, Isabel Salcedo, Joyce Hartsock, Rudy Huerta, Tammy Poston, Marianne Amaya, Pepe Tolentino, and Gene Brister. Happy birthday from KXO. The anniversary of your 39th birthday, right?
Yeah, over and over and over again. I practice.
Yeah, well, you find one you like, you stick with it, right?
Stick with it. That's right. I haven't found one I like, so I'm all over the place.
Okay. Anyway, what's in the news? Well, we made it through Christmas. Got Got
New Year's to go.
New Year's weekend coming up. And from what I've been able to tell, superstitions out Glamis, Imperial Dunes area, full of people.
Yeah, I mean, what's the superstition? You're saying the Superstition Mountains?
Yep.
Or?
Yep.
Okay.
Where a lot of the locals go.
Yes.
Okay.
Those of us that are familiar with our surroundings.
Yeah. So, and not as many crazy people out there as there are in the Glamis and the Imperial Dunes area.
Very true.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, there a lot of the folks, the local folks, I think, prefer the superstition area.
I think you're exactly right. Right on the money.
Okay. And I think I mentioned once before, Doritos has unveiled a nacho cheese flavored booze. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, that's exactly what the world needed, a cure for cancer and nacho flavored booze, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
So they've been talking about that for a couple of days too.
Yeah.
So it must be a pretty important thing.
I guess I will pass, okay?
Yeah, I did already.
Yeah. Okay. Few other things I will pass on, such as eggnog. I'll just pass on that.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Yeah, you did, right?
I did.
Yeah.
Yep.
Gloria likes eggnog.
Pam.
I do not.
Pam will have an eggnog in the evening, and with just a touch of rum or brandy. Mm-hmm. And I will make it for her, but I don't eat eggs. I don't like eggnog, and I certainly don't like rum or brandy. Not anymore, anyway. So
rum and brandy.
Okay, not together.
Oh,
one or the other. Yeah. Okay. Are you ready for news?
I'm ready.
Okay, it's a look at World in California news headlines right now, brought to you by your friends in the business like air conditioning and custom sheet metal.
CBS News Brief. Freezing rain and snow are making a mess in South Dakota, where the 340-mile stretch of I-90 is shut down. National Weather Service meteorologist Frank Pereira says it doesn't get better anytime soon.
We're looking at generally on the order of an additional 6 to 8 across portions of South Dakota.
The U.S. has struck Iranian-backed militia camps after an attack injured 3 U.S. service members in northern Iraq. CBS News military analyst Jeff McCausland.
It remains to be seen if we'll see these attacks continue, and then the possibility of greater and greater escalation by the United States in response.
Apple is appealing a ban on imports of certain smartwatches because of a patent infringement complaint on a blood oxygen feature. CBS News tech contributor Ann Scher.
Most people who wanted an Apple Watch probably already got one, and there are reports that Apple's already coming up with different ways to resolve this issue.
CBS News Brief, I'm Peter King.
Become a Lock Air Conditioning VIP customer and get special pricing on cooling and heating tune-ups all year long. Call today to become a Lock Air Conditioning VIP customer at 760-93-LOCKE. That's 760-93-LOCKE. Lock VIPs receive discounted service and maintenance, discounted repairs, and priority service with prompt service. Lock Air Conditioning is your local York dealer, but they repair it all. So when the need arises, don't hesitate to call Lock Air Conditioning at 760-93-LOCKE. That's 760-93-LOCKE. Lock, the only name in air conditioning for over 40 years. York, install with confidence. Contractor's license number 696216.
California headline news. The weather clear for now. More moisture possible in the northern region of the state starting tomorrow. Not much snow at the ski resort so far this season, but enough, says Johnny Mosley at Palisades Tahoe.
Versus this time last year, we were skiing everything, jumping off everything. This one has been slower, but we just got kind of saved by this storm on Tuesday night. It laid down 10 inches of snow that was somewhat unexpected.
He says gridlock descends after the holiday and into the new year. Snow possible on Thursday. One man in custody after a suspected Christmas Eve arson fire at an apartment building in Sun Valley. This woman among those displaced.
Very devastating, just because you want to wake up to your baby, happy and, saying it's Merry Christmas.
One man in custody. Arson investigators continuing to follow up. A storm hitting the Pacific Northwest, bringing high surf to Southern California. National Weather Service saying the beaches of Ventura and LA counties could see waves between 10 and 15 feet high this week. Orange and San Diego counties up to 6 feet. Jeff Scott, California News.
World in California News headlines brought to you by Lock Air Conditioning and Custom Sheet Metal. For repair, for replacement, call the experts. Lock Air Conditioning and Custom Sheet Metal.
Adopt US Kids presents What to Expect When You're Expecting a Teenager. Learning the lingo.
GOAT, G-O-A-T, acronym, stands for Greatest of All Time. As in, spaghetti sandwiches for dinner? They're my fave. Dad, you're the GOAT.
You don't have to speak teen to be a perfect parent. Thousands of teens in foster care will love you just the same. Visit adoptuskids.org. Brought to you by the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services, Adopt U.S. Kids, and the Ad Council.
This is Mary Stoddard. Did you know there's a way to outsmart COVID if you get it? Now there are medicines that can treat COVID whether or not you've been vaccinated, which is great news, especially if you're over 50. If taken in the first 5 days of having symptoms, COVID medicines can help stop the illness from getting serious. Call a healthcare provider or the statewide COVID hotline at 833-422-4255 to learn more about COVID medicines. Brought to you by the California Department of Public Health.
And it's page one of the local news, a service of El Centro Motors, Quick Lane Tire and Auto Centers. Remember, Quick Lane. They service all makes and all models, and you never need an appointment.
Taking a look at the latest in local news. 2 burglaries were reported Sunday morning in El Centro. The first was at a residence in the 600 block of Smoke Street. An estimated $200 in miscellaneous items were taken. Later that morning, a residence in the 1500 block of Lynn Ray reported a burglary. Jewelry, laptops, cameras, and checkbooks were taken. The El Centro Police Department increased their DUI patrols. They increased on the street looking for drivers suspected of being under the influence of drugs or alcohol. The Drive Sober or Get Pulled Over program will be in effect through New Year's Day. According to the El Centro Police Department Sergeant Adrian Chilpa, impaired drivers or driving isn't just dangerous, it's illegal. Let's make this a wonderful and safe holiday season for everyone on the road. Funding for the program is provided by the California Office of Traffic Safety through the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration. KXO News Time coming up to 7:43.
Quick Lane Tire and Auto Centers have the best price on name brand tires guaranteed. Now we're talking Michelin, Pirelli, Dunlop, Bridgestone, Continental, and more. See a Quick Lane service advisor and get the best price guaranteed. Remember, Quick Lane services all makes and all models, and they're conveniently located in the Brawley Auto Center, at the Imperial Valley Mall, at El Centro Motors, and their new mobile service van comes to you with no added charge.
Well, a veteran Calexico police sergeant is retiring. Sergeant Armando Marquez will retire after 43 years with the Border City Department. Marquez began his career with the Calexico Police Department in September of 1980 as a patrol officer. Through his career, he has served in a variety of positions within the department. Celebration to honor Sergeant Marquez will be held on a later date. And J.W. Oakley Elementary School in Brawley, they held their winter assembly this week. During the assembly, County Supervisor John Hawk presented them with a check of $23,344. It was funded through the county's community benefit program. The funds are to be used as a contribution to purchase new playground equipment for the school. The new equipment will be provided as safe and a fun space for students to play, learn, and grow. We'll be back with a look at the weather.
We will in a little bit, but we'll be back with page 2.
Oh, yes, we will do that.
Okay, page 1 of the local news, a service of Quick Lane Tire and Auto Centers with 3 locations to serve you. In the Raleigh Auto Center, Highway 86 and Julia Drive, at the Imperial Valley Mall, and at El Centro Motors.
3rd and 7 coming up for the Raiders. Throws, and he's got his tight end barrel. It's nothing but green grass in front of him. 10.
The Las Vegas Raiders are on FM 107.5.
Took a lick and spun out of it. It's a 27-yard pickup.
Don't miss any of the action. Raiders football on FM 107.5 is brought to you by
Southwest Security Services, El Central RV Service Center, Brownie's Diner, and the Town Pump.
Page 2 of the local news and weather, brought to you by Burgers and Beer, serving the best burgers in town. Daily lunch specials Monday through Friday, and happy hour 3 till 6 p.m. daily.
A traffic accident leads to a citation. A Friday morning traffic accident led to the citation for a woman. The collision occurred at about 11:30 Friday morning at Imperial and Scott Avenues in El Centro. The accident resulted in a minor injury to one of the drivers. The 21-year-old woman was also cited and released on charges of having a loaded firearm in the vehicle. The handgun was booked by police as evidence. County Board of Supervisors approve grants, nearly $207,000 worth of grants last week. The grants are the 4th round of the Community Benefit Program. The funds target initiatives in the community and economic development services, community services, and wildlife habitat conservation. The money comes to the county through solar energy development projects in Imperial County. The Sheriff's Office Aero Squadron will receive $10,000. Boys and Girls Club of Imperial Valley, $25,000. The Sheriff's Office Blue Ribbon Program, $25,000. Southwest High School FFA, $25,000. Hopeville Taekwondo Club, $11,400. Imperial County Fire Department, $50,000. Dee's Rescue, $25,000. Imperial Valley Desert Museum, $25,000. And finally, Imperial County Veterans Services, $10,500. Well, the IID Board of Directors are to hold a special meeting. It will be held today. The meeting will convene at 9 a.m. There will be 3 consent items on the agenda. They will approve the Memorandum of Understanding with professional salaried associations that expires on December the 31st of 2026. They will approve salary changes for non-contract, unrepresented salary employees, and they will adopt a position on federal legislation. The meeting will be held in the IID Auditorium on Broadway in El Centro. We'll be back with a look at the weather.
At Burgers and Beer, Christmas is one of the most important times of the year for us. It's a time for us to stop and give thanks for our blessings and celebrate the birth of Jesus Christ. Let the spirit of love gently fill our hearts and homes. In this loveliest of seasons, may you find many reasons for happiness. Wishing you and your family health, happiness, peace, and prosperity this holiday season and in the coming new year. From your Burgers and Beer family.
Here's Carroll Buckley with a weather update, or is it George?
According to the National Weather Service, cold conditions expected each morning through midweek. Temperatures will remain near to slightly below normal through the first half of this week before high pressure builds in and leads to a gradual warming trend for the latter half of the week. Dry conditions will persist through the week with no chance of rain. 68, the high on Christmas Day. 45, our overnight low. Mostly sunny today with a high near 70, west wind about 5 miles an hour, then becoming calm. Mostly clear tonight with a low around 45. Light wind becoming southeast about 5 miles an hour after midnight. Wednesday, partly sunny with a high near 69. South wind about 5 miles an hour, then becoming calm. And right now, downtown El Centro, we are looking at 48 degrees, 71% relative humidity, wind out of the south-southeast at about 3 miles an hour. Earlier today, scattered fog throughout the Imperial Valley. Most of that, I think, is burned off by now. Local news, page 2, brought to you by Burgers and Beer, the place for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Bring the family or meet your friends at Burgers and Beer. Are you looking for something fun to do during this week between Christmas and New Year's? Well, head to the Peanut Patch in Yuma. The Peanut Patch. Yeah, it's a great way to spend some time enjoying homemade chocolates. Oh, fresh English toffee. Well, they do so much from scratch at the Peanut Patch. And, of course, they do offer tours. It's the Peanut Patch in Yuma. What, you missed somebody's gift? Yeah, they gave you something go to the Peanut Patch. You'll find something special like pecan turtles made from scratch, a special recipe. The Peanut Patch. Well, just head to Yuma. Take Avenue 3E from Interstate 8. And head on south past MCAS Yuma until you come to East County 13th Street, turn left and go about another mile and a half, and it's the Peanut Patch. What a great place to spend some time. The Peanut Patch in Yuma. Sports Time brought to you by Pioneers Memorial Healthcare District, an affiliate of the Scripps Health Network, working together to provide you the best care. Lots of NFL football Saturday. The Steelers top the Bengals 34-11. Bills beat the Chargers 24-22. Then Sunday, even more action. Falcons over the Colts 29-10. Seahawks slipped by the Titans 2017. Lions beat the Vikings. Lions are 11-4 on the year. Unbelievable. Back to the days of Joe Schmidt and Night Train Lane. Lions 30, Vikings 24. Jets jumped on the Commanders 30-28. Packers got by the Panthers 33-30. Browns beat the Texans 36-22. Buccaneers beat the Jaguars 30-12. Bears over the Cardinals, 27-16. Dolphins dumped the Cowboys, 22-20. Patriots won. They beat the Broncos, 26-23. And then Monday, Christmas Day, triple header. It was the Ravens romping. They beat the 49ers, 33-19. Eagles over the Giants, 33-25, and the Raiders held on. Raiders beat the Chiefs, 20-14. In the Giants game, well, the Giants benched rookie quarterback Tommy DeVito and went with Tyrod Taylor to start the second half of the team's loss to the Eagles. Yeah, DeVito, not the answer in New York. And we've got more sports coming up.
Pioneers Memorial Healthcare District, ready to serve you and your family for all of your healthcare needs. Let our team of dedicated physicians guide you on your journey to better health. Pioneers is a recognized leader in healthcare and has more than 10 health centers and clinics throughout the Imperial Valley. When the need arises, don't hesitate to come and see us. We have services and locations in Calexico and Raleigh, and of course, our award-winning hospital, Pioneers Memorial. For more information on all Pioneer services, visit www.pmhd.org today.
Well, what went on in the NBA? Christmas Day. The Knicks over the Bucks, 129-122. Nuggets beat the Warriors, 120-114. Celtics beat the Lakers, 126-115. Lakers, well, they're still over 500. Heat hammered the 76ers, 119-113. Mavericks over the Suns, 128-114. And Mavericks superstar Luka Doncic added his name to a pair of lists featuring some of the game's legends while lighting up the Suns' Christmas night. Doncic entered Monday's contest just 11 points shy of 10,000 for his career. He hit that milestone in the first quarter. He did it in the fewest games of any player since Michael Jordan. Yeah, it was Doncic's show. And, well, it's a Tuesday, so we have no NFL football. It feels like a Monday, I know. Thursday, it'll be the Jets and the Browns. Meanwhile, college bowl games continue. Yeah, the Quick Lane Bowl, Bowling Green and Minnesota. In the ServPro First Responder Bowl, Texas State and Rice. And in the Guaranteed Rate Bowl, it'll be Kansas and UNLV. Okay? Yawn. That's it for Sports Time. Brought to you by Pioneers Memorial Healthcare District. Log on to pmhd.org for more information about Pioneers.
It's time for the Make the Holidays Bright sales event at your San Diego County Ford dealers. Right now, get special offers on our adventure-ready Ford SUVs or on our great selection of Ford trucks. Choose from a large inventory of Ford vehicles equipped with technology, space, and flexibility for any season. Come in now for a huge selection of vehicles like the 2023 Ford F-150 with 2.9% APR financing for 72 months. Let Ford make your holidays bright. Visit your San Diego County Ford dealers today during the Make the Holidays Bright sales event, only at your San Diego County Ford dealers. Not all buyers will qualify for Ford credit financing. 2.9% APR for 72 months at $15.15 per month per thousand finance, regardless of down payment. Take new retail delivery from an authorized Ford dealer stock by 1/2/24. See dealer for qualifications and complete details.
All offers valid at Imperial County Ford dealers. And let's take a look at financial news with a brief look at the weather, all brought to you by Southwest Security, a locally owned company protecting you and your property. Southwest Security also offering live scan fingerprinting to the public. A federal judge has ruled that X, formerly Twitter, must face a lawsuit after staff accused the company of failing to pay bonuses promised to them. The judge on Friday denied X's motion to dismiss the case. X stands accused of failing to pay out annual bonuses to staff after its October 2022 acquisition by billionaire Elon Musk, despite repeated assurances from executives in the lead-up to and following the deal that the company said they would do so. That, according to the lawsuit filed in June on behalf of employees. The lawsuit filed in a San Francisco federal court by Mark Schobinger, who was a senior director of compensation at X until he left the company in May. The suit is seeking class action status for former and current X employees who did not receive their 2022 bonus. GM has paused sales of its brand new Chevy Blazer EVs after some customers reported software problems. We're aware that a limited number of customers have experienced software-related quality issues with their Blazer EV. According to Chevrolet, customer satisfaction is our priority, and as such, we will take a brief pause on new deliveries. And U.S. home prices continue to rise in October, hitting a new record high and marking the 9th consecutive month of increases, according to data released earlier today. U.S. stocks are moving upward after Wall Street celebrated Christmas. And looking at the big board right now, the Dow up 100 points at 37,485. The S&P 500 up 13 at 47,67. The NASDAQ up 53 points at 15,046. Gold down 90 cents an ounce. Oil up $1.96 a barrel. Should have bought last week.
Hi, this is Jason Jackson, owner of Southwest Security. 2 years ago, I opened Southwest Postal, offering you 24-hour access 365 days a year. So if you're tired of dealing with the inconvenience of our post office hours and you would like to be able to get your mail when you want, Saturdays, Sundays, holidays, in the middle of the night, then come visit us at Southwest Postal with 24-hour staff. Plus, we're also your local FedEx, DHL, and Postal Service Center. We even offer text message and email notification when you receive your mail. Southwest Postal at the corner of 4th and Heil in El Centro.
Mostly sunny skies today with a high near 70, west wind about 5 miles an hour, then becoming calm. Tonight, mostly clear, a low around 45, light wind becoming southeast. Tomorrow, partly sunny with a high near 69, south wind about 5 miles an hour, then becoming calm. And we have 49 degrees, 70% relative humidity. Financial news and the weather brought to you by Southwest Security, offering 24-hour-a-day post office boxes at Southwest Postal, 4th and Heil, El Centro.
From coast to coast, this is Goddard's Gold, right here on the Imperial Valley's... AM 1230, KXO.
What's your name? Who's your daddy?
Get the gold, Goddard's Gold, Saturday 9 p.m. to midnight and Sunday morning 8 a.m. to 11 a.m.
Merry Christmas from AM 1230 KXO El Centro.
CBS News next, brought to you by the Imperial Valley Economic Development Corporation.
CBS News on the hour, presented by Indeed.com.
I'm Monica Ricks. The U.S. has carried out more retaliatory strikes after yet another attack on American troops in Iraq. Military consultant Jeff McCausland says 3 service members were injured by a drone.
This is the first time there's been a report of serious injury to a U.S. service personnel following these kind of attacks. And the first one, where it appears one at least has been critically injured, that might have clearly, obviously, motivated the United States to make this particular response.
President Biden ordered the strike after getting briefed on the attack at Camp David on Christmas. Ukraine claims to have hit a Russian naval landing warship in occupied Crimea. John Shays with the BBC.
The Novichokazk was hit by cruise missiles during an overnight attack on the port city of Feodosia. Russian officials confirmed the attack and said one person was killed.
Ukraine later celebrated on social media, saying Russia's fleet is getting smaller and smaller. In Gaza, Israel's expanded its offensive. CBS's Jared Hill with the latest.
Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu visited troops in northern Gaza, telling them Israel will not stop until the war continues to the end. Those defiant words coming as both sides seem to dismiss a proposal from Egypt to end the war.
The U.S. is also working with negotiators to push that pause to get more hostages released. Blizzard conditions are making travel treacherous today throughout the plains and the Midwest. KTTV reporter Elmer Mejia Sagastume is in Colorado Springs.
A winter storm watch advisory, a high wind warning advisory, and a blizzard warning advisory all take effect later tonight and last for the next few days.
Some areas from Colorado to Nebraska could see up to 14 inches of snow. Thousands of migrants are making their way towards the southern border now. CBS's Linda Kenyon.
They're coming from Central America, Venezuela, Cuba, and other countries. And while the numbers keep growing, it's estimated some 15,000 migrants are on the move in a caravan that stretches for several miles. They began their journey on Christmas Eve, ahead of a meeting in Mexico this week between Secretary of State Antony Blinken and Mexico's President Obrador.
Republican Congresswoman Marjorie Taylor Greene says she was the target of another swatting attempt at her home in Georgia. WSB reporter Jonathan O'Brien is in Rome.
Rome police confirmed that shortly before 11 a.m. on Christmas morning, they received a call from a suicide crisis line about a man claiming to have killed his girlfriend and that he's about to kill himself.
And the address was pinging to Representative Marjorie Taylor Greene, who happens to live within the city limits of Rome, Georgia.
Kelly Madden with Rome police tells me responding officers made contact with Green's security team and confirmed the incident was a hoax.
This is CBS News.
You don't need a job platform, you need a hiring partner. Indeed lets you schedule and conduct virtual interviews, all from one place. Start at Indeed.com/credits.
Hold on to your jingle bells. Pluto TV has all your holiday favorites for free. Enjoy Christmas classics like Scrooge with Bill Murray or Last Holiday with Queen Latifah. Plus, dive into festive channels like Holiday Movie Favorites by Lifetime or Hallmark Movies and more. Download the Pluto TV app on all your favorite devices and start streaming holiday favorites on live channels and on demand. With thousands of free movies and TV shows, Pluto TV is your home for the holidays. Pluto TV. Stream now, pay never.
This is Jeff Scott. Did you know there's a way to outsmart COVID if you get it? Now there are medicines that can treat COVID whether or not you've been vaccinated, which is great news, especially if you're over 50. If taken in the first 5 days of having symptoms, COVID medicines can help stop the illness from getting serious. Call a healthcare provider or the statewide COVID hotline at 833-422-4255 to learn more about COVID medicines. Brought to you by the California Department of Public Health.
An increased demand for bonsai trees is causing a spike in thefts. Reporter Lucy Kraft is in Tokyo.
It takes decades and expert skill to create the artfully pruned miniature maples and pines called bonsai, but it takes only minutes for thieves to grab the pricey plants, easy to steal because they're small and kept outdoors. Bonsai growers said robust overseas demand, especially in Asia, is fueling the market for illicit trees. Lucy Kraft, CBS News, Tokyo.
Kanye West is apologizing to the Jewish community in Hebrew today on Instagram, a year after his anti-Semitic outburst. The rapper said things like, "I like Hitler," and threatened to go DEFCON 3 on Jewish people, forcing companies like Adidas and Gap to cut ties. His apology didn't mention a specific statement, but Ye says he didn't mean to hurt or demean anyone. Monica Ricks, CBS News.
Imperial Valley Business Resource Center is a one-stop shop for business development. We provide a complete roadmap to success for startups, entrepreneurs, and small to medium-sized businesses. Our in-house services include startup assistance, workforce development, manufacturing assistance, site selection, access to capital, accounting, cash flow management, permitting assistance, government contracting, international trade, incentive analysis, and more. Contact IVBRC today at 760-353-8332 or visit ivbrc.org to get started.
CBS News, a service of the Imperial Valley Economic Development Corporation. It's all here.
And now, more of the best oldies on the radio.
I have no words for it. I'm kind of shocked right now, actually.
With Carroll Buckley.
Not that I like it, but I do.
AM 1230 KXO.
1230 KXO.